I'm gonna need some help from everyone in the audience to do an impression. Is everyone okay with that? You're in? Great. Great. Alex, appreciate it. Does everyone know the song Get On Your Feet by Gloria Estefan?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't, racist. We're just gonna sing the chorus, and the chorus goes, get on your feet, clap, get up and make it happen. Let's try that all together. Get on your feet, get up and make it happen. Keep going, all right?
Get on your feet. Get up and make it happen. Get on your feet. Get up and make it happen.
So that's an impression of me at Ted Cruz's funeral. I like you. You know what? I want to give us all a little bit of credit. We fucking did it. Everyone in this room survived a pandemic of white women making bread on Instagram. I know some of you, it's not all of you, I don't mean to make a broad generalization, some of you made stews. Can you believe just a few years ago we were all locked inside of our parents' mansions doing puzzles? Did you all do puzzles?
Yeah. No.
I try to do a puzzle. I'm not a game person. I'm not someone who loves puzzles. There's one puzzle that I struggled with, which is why some of you went to Mexico during a fucking pandemic. There's a few pieces missing there. The other puzzle that I was trying to solve is why some of you guys, I'm sorry, I'm really trying to stop using gender language. Why some of you faggots fucked your neighbors during a pandemic. Like, you legitimately risked having a ventilator down your throat to have some mediocre fucking dick down your throat. Like, you risked having a mid-level marketer named Brian. I shouldn't yuck everyone's yum. We all survived a lot. And I mean this, like, really authentically. Like, we went through and I don't think we really know the far-reaching consequences of this, like, collective trauma and all of this grief that we all went through together. I think the fucked up thing about grief that people don't tell you is that it rhymes with queef. People are processing this period of time really fucking crazily. Like, 16 couples that I know got divorced during the pandemic. Yeah, love is love. Also, like, literally 16 people I also know had fucking babies during the pandemic. Like, I understand that. They're processing their queef. They, and the way that they're processing it is they are contributing soldiers to the water wars. Yeah, I was like, my sister's like, isn't my daughter, isn't she just a strong little mama? And I'm like, yes, she's gonna kill her neighbors for water. I was like, congrats. My brother had a baby instead of getting a personality. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, my brother has a little boy, which is nuts because he already has 2 DUIs. He does this thing where he texts me in the voice of the baby, which I do not like. He's like, hello, David, it's your nephew Leo. When are you coming to visit me? And I'm like, they moved to Kentucky on purpose. I will not be setting foot in that state. So in return, what I like to do is I like to text back in the voice of the baby, in a baby voice. I'm always like, hello, Leo, it's your Uncle David. Your daddy used to do cocaine on Wednesdays, and that's why he went to rehab in the suburbs of Indiana. I don't know if anyone here has babies, so like, good for you. Good luck. I seriously don't fucking understand it. Like, I'm a dog person, I love my dog, I tried to nurse her until I was asked not to. I don't understand it. Like, I cannot love something that fucks with my sleep for a cool decade. That's like loving a smoke alarm. I don't understand it, because like, I know how I was with my parents, you know what I mean? Like, if I had a kid that called me a fucking coward and then asked for a ride somewhere, like fuck you, bitch, give me $20, like, no, I'm out. It's, like, imagine having a child. You wipe their butt, you teach them to walk, you feed them, you keep them alive, you take them to karate. You try to give them a moral center. You try to make them a good person. You mold them in the image of your morality. And then they play ultimate frisbee and do improvisational comedy. I prefer dogs. Dogs die at 13. No, hear me out. If you could promise me a parent's worst nightmare like Kablooey at 13 with my kid, I'm in. Listen, I have a dead dog. Anyway, we'll not be talking about her tonight. That's a storytelling show I'm doing later. No, I was thinking about this. Like, you have a dog. You have a dog, and that dog lays on a bed at the foot of your bed. In a little circle like my dog does. You can fuck in that bed while your dog's laying on the floor sleeping. You do that with your kids, they take your fucking kids away. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on that one. I'm gonna get a little vulnerable right now, and I am having my midlife crisis in advance. I am 42, and that's the part where you gasp and go, "Oh no, you look so young." Fuck you. No, it's crazy. A lot of things are changing. My body's changing. You know, my beard's getting gray. Pubes are next. You know, one day I'm gonna look down. It's gonna be Santa's Village. I was staying at a hotel that, you know, my bathroom doesn't have full-length mirrors on purpose. I was staying at a hotel, and I was getting naked, and then I looked, and I was like, oh, that's my ass, and I was like, my ass looks like a fucking manatee whistling. Like, what happened? And all of these things, all of these like older man things are happening to me. Like you know, you turn, like you get in your 40s, like everyone's like, no, like, you know, everyone's like, no, that, for men it's perfect. I was like, I'm getting in my sexually ignorable years, right? Like technically people could have sex with me, but it would be so much work for me. Like I'd be like someone was messaged me on the asking like, I want to meet up at 10, and I was like, 10 o'clock at night? 10 o'clock dark? Like, I will meet you at 10 o'clock a.m. and we'll have a nice little fuck at a scone. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like, I have this one guy that's been messaging me on Instagram a lot. He's trying to work his father issues out on my penis, and he's just not getting the memo. Like, he's like, send me a picture of your dick, and I'm like, send me a picture of your bed frame and proof that you have a duvet and not a sleeping bag with a zipper on it. And also, he's not like getting it. I was like, if I'm gonna be like the daddy in your life, like I'm not bottoming for you. Like, he's like, oh, I can't wait to eat your ass. And I was like, oh, I would suggest against that. I was like, you're 25. Like, your ass looks like beveled porcelain. You know what I mean? Like, my ass looks like the Predator's face. Like, they threw Luke Skywalker into my anus. Another older man thing that I did recently is me and my boyfriend, Tristan Gay, we bought a house and moved upstate. Thank you. I did think I'd never be able to buy a house because my money's wrapped up in my parents still being alive. I moved upstate because I want to live my life a little bit more intentionally. I want to live it more authentically. I want to be called faggot in earnest. Because they mean it up there. Like, they mean it. They saw my peak Crocs and they're like, wow, here's my hate crime. You know? I'm trying to confuse all these fucking Jeters upstate. Because we live in a very country-ass place. And so we decided that we are going to hang a flag for when people pass by our house. It's going to be a Confederate flag, but hear me out. It's going to be a rainbow Confederate flag. So when they pass by, I'm going to be like, states' rights, bitch. Marriage is between one fabulous woman and a man. Yeah, my life is changing a lot right now. I'm actually kind of making a career transition. I'm trying to like spread out my creativity a little bit. I am trying to get into the world of competitive storytelling. Like, has everyone listened to The Moth before?
Yes.
Great. All right, so I'm gonna need your help for this. I'm developing a few Moth stories, and I want to just like try out the first bits of all of them for you, just to kind of see how the crowd likes it. You know, the Moth before the story starts, they make that noise. It's like, dun-dun. Can everyone just make that noise for me? Okay, so every time I turn my back to you, just make that noise, okay? All right, here we go. I'm standing at the top of Machu Picchu. In my right hand, a machete. In my left, my sister's ashes and a crushed velvet bag. A single drip of blood rolls down my cheek. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Larissa was the kind of woman who could light up any room. So when she leaned over that candle and burst into flames, I didn't cry. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am not the first person to talk about the transformational power of travel. Tokyo, Milano, Germany, Cincinnati, and that was just the first day. If you ever get a chance to go to Epcot, I highly recommend it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm touching my mother's dresses. Over here are her perfumes. On the table, the comb she used to comb all of our hairs with. A big life that I am packing into 4 small boxes. She's gone, but I'm here, and all that's left are my memories and this overwhelming sense of queef. But I am getting ahead of myself. I'm David Press. Thanks, everybody.